And hello there folks, this is your Uncle Troy. Today we are playing Minecraft Feed the Beast MindCrack edition. For those of you who keep sending me emails asking what mod pack I'm using, I say that at the start of every episode, and there's a download link in the description below. So, here is a very inefficient, a very big, very ugly charcoal farm, automatic charcoal farm. Let's get this back here. But what happens is the tree farm up above our heads, you can hear the water running, comes down into this pipe here. The diamond pipe right there sorts the wood over this way. And previously I was just letting it run down into the charcoal experience farm. But I have switched the iron pipe to send it over here, where it goes into this barrel. Now the barrel is pumped out using this gate here, iron ore gate. I believe it's an autarkic iron ore gate, and I just fell off here. Which is keyed off this last iron furnace here in the end. So when it has nothing, it sends a signal telling it to pump, which I have turned off right now. Normally it would be something like that. And so that would pump this wood, as you can see, into all these furnaces. When it's finished making charcoal, as you can see, it's pumped out of the back with a whole bunch of autarkic gates. Pumps under the furnaces, where there's a chance it will pick up the charcoal into them for fuel, and then up, over, and then down into our charcoal reservoir here, because as you can see, we have another setup which takes this charcoal into these generators, which feed this MFSU. And normally I would break these covers on top, but since I've actually got the actual covers, as you can see how nice and pretty that is, when I break them, they break the pipes underneath, so we don't want to do that. So, I'm showing you all this because I'm about to tear it down and throw it away. Turn that off. Rescue all this wood. Actually, just break all these furnaces, because I figured out that this is doing things the hard way, which irritates me, because it was after I did all this, lots and lots of this, as you can see, I suddenly realized, hey, there's an easier way to do this. We'll relay the pipe later. Lay the pipe again later. All right, we got everything. Nothing laying around, nothing floating through the pipes. Okay. Mr. Chunkloader, you're doing a good job. Alright, so how to make a generator. Alright, induction furnace. We need some copper around an electric furnace and an advanced machine block, which is carbon plate, advanced alloy, and a machine block, which is simply refined iron. Machine block here. We need an advanced machine block with carbon plates and advanced alloy. With any luck, I have left out some, yes I have, some carbon plates and advanced alloy from previous projects. But for those of you who don't know how to make it, the advanced alloy is a mixed metal ingot through a compressor, and the mixed metal can be pretty much any combination of metals, whatever you have on hand. Backspace, backspace. Carbon plate is, of course, just raw carbon mesh, which is raw carbon fiber, which is coal dust, which is, of course, just plain coal. Yeah, coal in a macerator makes coal dust. So, advanced carbon plate, one advanced machine block. To make an electric furnace, we need a iron furnace plus electronic circuit to redstone. I don't have redstone handy. Yes, I do. Pick up the redstone, please. Thank you very much. And let's see. Can't remember if that was advanced or regular. It's a regular electronic circuit. Okay, now we have an electric furnace. Now we need to make a advanced electric furnace, which luckily the shift click thing worked today. So now we have an induction furnace. And we're going to put Mr. Induction Furnace right about, whoa, right about here. Generator. You see all this wood stuff because you can use it in a generator, but there's a generator. This needs refined iron, an iron furnace, and a RE battery. Seems to be raining. 10, actually that's all we need. 1, 2. I really like it when the shift click works. Refined iron. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now shift click. Did not work. Shift click. Did not work. Okay. Regular click. Alright. As you can see, some of those formulas work. Some of the recipes work. Some do not. Alright, so now we have 2 generators. Hee hee. Don't think we need you. I think all we need is you. We may need our wrench. Wrench. Yes, a wrench. Stone, 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 stone. Antarctic gate here. And if there's something in the inventory, do the energy pulsar. I need another one of those. Pipe. And we won't program this yet because I want to put a hopper right here. And I'll show you why in a minute. So how do we make a hopper again? I've completely forgotten. And this is the hopper from Feed the Beast, not the hopper recently in a new version of Minecraft. So we need a chest, a stone gear, and several iron. Hey, the shift click worked again. 5 iron makes a hopper. Get to the hopper. Alright, so now we set this if there is space in the inventory, energy pulsar. And that's always facing the wrong direction. Nope, it's working that time. Okay. So as you can see, items are coming out of our barrel here into this hopper where they are immediately going into this induction furnace. Because he has 2 slots and he can fill up and output very quickly. Let's get us some glass fiber cable because we need to get power to this furnace. This induction furnace is not doing anything yet. I'm waiting for it to completely fill up. This is filling this. Okay, finally he's caught up. The induction furnace is full, and soon this will be full. Actually, we can cheat. And fill him full. A few spares will come in, and then nothing. Because actually, it'll stop at that point because it thinks the inventory is full because there's no empty spaces. Alright, so you say, well, Troy, it's all set up, but nothing's happening. Well, that's because this induction furnace is not receiving any power because these generators have no fuel. So to get this started, we need to kickstart it. Now we could do that by going and getting some charcoal, but we're going to kickstart her with plain old wood here, which should supply some current, to this electric furnace. You see it's not enough because it's not building up any heat, not building up any power. So let's try both furnaces at the same time. See if that builds up enough heat. Ah, yes, we're starting to build up some heat. And as you can see, we are very slowly turning these redwood logs into charcoal. As it gets more heat, it gets more efficient, goes quicker, uses less energy. And as you can see, the hopper immediately refills it, and we get charcoal going out here. Now, as we put full stacks in these generators, it's not going to be picked up just yet. These are going to go, they're going to take off, choom. And then when they hit that, they're going to really take off, choom. And they will go down into that that barrel down there. Okay, good, good, good. Yes, we're starting to build up a charge here. Hopefully, yes, we have more wood incoming. Good. The turtles up there have chopped down their first trees. And as you can see, the gate here is trying to keep this hopper full, which it's kind of keeping up with it. Now, once these generators, if we're lucky, excuse me, when these generators run out of wood, they will pick up some of this charcoal and just keep going. If not, we'll have to go down here, pick up some charcoal, and put it in here. But that's the point. Now I'm going to let this run for just a few minutes, and if I can ever get up here, and I will get back to you here in a second. Alrighty. We're almost completely out of wood here and here. So with any luck, as soon as this goes empty, all this charcoal will start flowing up into here. With any luck at all. There we go. So very soon this generator will be full of charcoal. I'll bet the same thing will happen over here. The wood burns much faster than charcoal does anyway. Come on, pop up in there. There we go. It's not getting a lot of charcoal because much of it's going in here. But once that tops off, that'll be no longer a problem. You can see this generator's actually had a chance to build up a charge, which means this, this induction furnace here, which is now over 50% heat, is going much faster and using much less power. The induction furnace doesn't make much sense for like a single stack of items, but if you're going to be doing multiple stacks, say 40 something, it does. Now as you can see, it's still pretty much keeping up with the furnace so far. It's keeping the hopper topped off. This nice little autarkic gate feeding from this barrel. But in my test world, when I tried it without the hopper, the induction furnace very quickly ran ahead. You can see now we're starting to build up a little backlog here, even though this gate here is pumping out as fast as it possibly can. And most of it is going into these furnaces just to top them off. It is falling behind. And eventually, at least in my test world, this second slot here filled completely up, and we ended up just cooking one redwood log at a time to produce one charcoal at a time. But by then we're up to like 95% heat, and this was going very, very quickly. So it didn't really matter because we were still producing a lot faster than the 8 iron furnaces we had down here just a minute ago. Even though much of our coal is still going to top off those furnaces, we're still picking up at a fair clip here. That's what I was wanting to see. Doop, 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 doop. Yeah, still coming in a nice steady stream. And very quickly, I think, let's see. We're going to get more than, yep, we got more coming in over there. I think we're going to end up with more than 64 stacks here. I made this into a, what you call extra dimensional storage barrel, because in my first test, I got more than 64 stacks, and the extra wood was bouncing up through about 3 layers of rock up into the water above and glitching out. Yeah, you can see we're falling behind. We have 2 empty spaces now. And we've fallen behind here. Oh, 88%. You can see that we're not getting that second one out much of the time. We could add a second wooden gate here. Second wooden transport pipe with a second gate. Maybe you take it down and over, and a nice iron transport pipe here to direct all the stuff this way. But I think we're still getting, like I said, much faster than the iron furnaces, and we're much more efficient. Yeah, this is fully charged, so we could probably take one of these out at this point, but we needed 2 to get it started, so we're just going to leave it because we've got charcoal to burn now. Ha ha ha. Yes, more than 64 stacks, which means we're going to have to clear this out here shortly. Alrighty, let's turn on some stuff and make some, use some power. Let's see. We need to make some extra chipsets. Let's turn on the electric engines. I've still not got these engines and this laser assembly fixed up just right yet, but that will suck a lot of power. And over here you can see that it is sucking slightly faster than these generators can supply. So eventually they will run out of their coal. We can do that right there, and that tricks this the sensor setup we have into thinking this whole assembly here is out of charcoal, and we'll start pumping out. You can see now we're bouncing back and forth as the charcoal tries to pump out as fast as it's coming in. Pumping charcoal into this network of pipes, which is flowing around until it finds a generator to go up into. And back here in the back is the generator that it is, I got a sensor on. Yes. Which sends a signal over there to that barrel when this is empty here. Alrighty, so assuming you have a steady supply of logs, you can use just 2 generators and a single induction furnace, and maybe a hopper, a couple of autarctic gates, although redstone engines would work just as well. In fact, redstone engines would be easier to turn off when you weren't using them, and you could use that to make a very efficient charcoal farm. I think we're still gathering up charcoal faster than we're using them in these 9 generators, which is about holding its own. We're slowly losing power in MFSU as we are generating various chipsets. And when you want to turn off one of these gates, easiest way to do it is just go tick, right click to turn the energy pulsar off. Alright, so that will quickly empty, and because it is not burning anything, the heat will run out very quickly. And yes, I could somehow power this from there, but I kind of like this being its own little separate entity, separate little power loop, whatever here. That way, if something goes wrong and I leave a machine over there running that uses up all the charcoal, I'll still have a way to bootstrap it without having to, manually find a furnace and make my own charcoal. I have mail, and this is many times more efficient, I think, than the 8 iron furnace version. So I think we have gotten very efficient here. And when something's this fast, you kind of stop worrying about efficiency. I always lag when I come down through there. I don't know what that's about. Now we have nearly 24 stacks of charcoal in the time we've been talking. And I think it's time to take a nap. So this is Uncle Troy signing out. Please have a good night.